Mate, I was at the recreational fishing. I was speaking on behalf of recreational anglers at the recreational fishing inquiry on June 15. And I sat there in front of these politicians telling them why I can't jump on my kayak and catch something like a snapper, something like a brim, something like a flathead for 8 months a year. Answer me that. How can that be humanly possible or logically possible for Australian citizens? It's wrong. And now the Commonwealth Government's wanting to come in and build a massive extension that adjoins Cape Byron Marine Park, covering all the way up to Tweed Heads.
And the extension is from 5 to 60?
Yeah, from 5 to 60 nautical miles. But still, don't you think that there's a whole bunch of people that are getting massively affected by that?
They're going to be more massively affected if they run out.
Oh,
they won't run out.
They won't run out.
Talk to the fishermen. I've spoken to the fishermen. I've spoken to a lot of them. I've communicated. I've spoken to the top fisheries commission guy in the US this week, and he said,
what happened to the cod off the northeast coast of America?
You're talking, a lot of those fisheries are recovered 20 years ago. You're behind the time.
Those fisheries have not recovered.
Well, we've got fisheries management in Australia. They didn't. That's the difference. We're not talking about the cod in America.
What we're talking about is fisheries management.
Let's talk about Australia.
You're saying don't lock it up, don't have fisheries management.
I'm saying the top scientists.
Let's work together to have fisheries management.
We have fisheries management. We don't have to lock people out. You can manage the fisheries without marine and protected parks. They serve no purpose. The greens might be okay in the trees. They're out of depth in the ocean. They do not know what they're talking about.
You and I both agree that we need fisheries management.
We have fisheries management in Australia. We have it. Ask the professional fishermen. They've got paperwork, they've got closures, they've got GPS tracking everywhere they are every day of the week. Okay. And not only have they got management, they've got harassment. And these guys have been harassed for 20 years by the public service.
People like you make every day harder, mate.
And they're trying to make a living.
People like me are prepared to come somewhere like this and actually talk to you and thrash things out. That's why I'm here, you know. This is a healthy part of democracy. The people who are hassling you from their desk somewhere else are not here. They're not the people like me.
The healthy part of democracy is when a whole bunch of recreational anglers, commercial anglers and stakeholders are invited to sit in a room and nobody listens.
Look, I say publicly, I'm sorry that you got hassled here, and I congratulate you for having the courage to come along and stand up, because that's what his democracy is about. And we will disagree on a lot of issues, and we'll probably agree on some as well. So I think it's good that you've got the guts to stand here in front of everybody. That's good. We need more people that have got guts to stand up, and they've got to stand up against the people that are doing it wrong, and that's at the headquarters of Labor and Green. I'm sorry. You're probably a good man, you've got your heart in the right spot, and thanks for coming. But you've got to tell these guys, they've got to look at the science. They can't look at the spin. That's what we want.
Absolutely. It's got to be based on the science, not on the spin.
Then why has Sydney not got a green zone? Guess why? Because there's too many bloody votes there, you twit.
When I go to Canberra,